about that great play that you made to set up Kyle and then kind of get the ball rolling there.
Yeah, you know what, just 4-on-4 situation. Obviously, there's a lot of open ice, and you know, Mel made a nice stretch pass to me and just tried to use my skating. And you know, when you get in a 2-on-1 with a goal scorer like that, it's nice to put the puck in his hands, and usually he's pretty lethal from there. So, you know, just like I said, just 4-on-4, lots of open ice, and get the puck to a good player.
Is that a planned play on the JT goal?
Wouldn't say plan play. I mean, obviously we have lots of face-off looks. You know, it's something that sometimes we'll run kind of similar look, and you know, obviously teams pre-scout us, so it doesn't always work. But you know, he did a great job getting to the front of the net and making himself big on the back door, and thankfully goal stood.
What did you think of the ovation for his first home goal?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I mean, I think the thing I've really noticed since we signed him is just the love for him in this city and province, and then also as I've gotten to know him, that love is, you know, reciprocated. It was really exciting, I know, for him to sign back here, and meant a lot for him to be coming back to Winnipeg, his home province. So, you know, we were all, you knew it was a matter of time before he'd get the first one here at home, and it was pretty special, I'm sure, for him and his family, and you know, for us to witness that as well.
What was it like to see Gabe get one as well, and he's had a ton of chances in the early going?
Yeah, I mean, it was great. You know, he's been around it. He's had lots of looks in front of the net where everybody knows he's so good, and you know, maybe just hasn't been going in for him. But you know, I think with any great player and goal scorer and whatnot, I mean, when you're getting those chances and when you're around it, you know it's about to come. So, was definitely happy to see him, you know, score that one, and then a few seconds later, I guess, make that really nice pass to AI, and it's crazy what, you know, putting one in the net will do for the confidence.
Obviously, Jonathan Toews brings a lot to this group, but as a defenseman, how clutch is it, and how nice is it to see the face-off winning and bringing it back to you guys?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, you know, obviously we think of our, you know, goalies in D and forwards, but a lot of times those centers are pretty. The relationship with the D goalies and centers is pretty close as well, and when you've got sort of that low and slow center that's always responsible, whether it's like you mentioned, winning draws, or just in the right place to help us out and, you know, make our job a little bit easier on 5-10 foot passes and in the corners in our own end. You know, that's just what he brings, and I mean, you can see at the first day of training camp that level of experience that he has, and just that hockey sense, that 200-foot game. So yeah, it's definitely nice when you see him out there with you and in those spots on the ice.
Your pass to Casey, obviously it's a highlight reel goal, it's fun, all that sort of stuff, but is a part of it buying him a little bit more net to shoot at too?
Yeah, I think, you know, you get in a 2-on-1 situation, and you know, you're trying to be deceptive. Obviously, you kind of feel how the D-man wants to play it, and you know, I don't know what the percentages are on, you know, if the pass is made, if the goal is, you know, percentage is high or whatever, I'm not sure. But, you know, playing hockey my whole life, I think everybody just feels that if you can make that play, and especially to a one-timer like that, it's pretty dangerous. So, yeah, just trying to, I guess, buy a little bit of time, get a little bit tighter, and maybe freeze the goalie and D-man a little bit and get over to him.
I'm not sure if you were aware that Doug Armstrong was here tonight or not, Josh, but timing is always good for an athlete to have the kind of a game that you had.
Yeah, I think, you know, obviously talking in the summer, the Olympic orientation camp and whatnot, you know, the management staff, you know, kind of made it known they're going to be coming around to watch players, and obviously when you play their teams, but also, you know, coming to watch games. So I think as we went through it last year with Four Nations, it's not something that you can think about as a player. You just have to go play your game every single night the best you can for your team, and you know, if you do that, try and put yourself, I guess, in the best situation by playing your best hockey, and that's all you can really do.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
that magic line was to be legal and have the goal stand, or did you have a couple anxious moments while they were going through the challenge?
Yeah, I didn't feel too good about it once they were challenging. Haven't had too many of those go my way in the past, but I was just trying to prepare myself for the worst and just be like, if the call goes against us, whatever, keep playing. But it's nice to get that one, and yeah, I didn't feel like I interfered, but I haven't seen the replay. But obviously, it's nice to get that one count.
Certainly, it was a big goal. The nice play that Josh made to Kyle kind of got things going. It was not an easy game against these guys, was it?
No, I mean, I think through the first half, I'd say we worked pretty hard for our breaks, and it was nice to see us convert a few times on the power play. And midway through the game, I think we were really going after them, and all four lines were rolling, contributing, and it just seems to be the way it's going right now with a lot of penalties being called. So you're going to have to kill some, and you're going to have to deal with a push from the other team when you're up a goal or two in the third. So good on our guys for getting those kills and for Calm standing tall in the net as well.
What do you think of the ovation after the goal?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun playing this building. I always loved coming here in the past, and there's always great energy, and there's nobody better hockey fans in the world, and it's nice to be on the right side now and to score a goal and hear the crowd. It definitely gives you some jump up there.
What are you learning about Gabe Clardy's game, being around him?
Well, it's fun being around him. I think he's always working on something. He's always trying to get better on and off the ice, and he's always asking questions too. He wants to know what you're doing, and he's always curious. So I try and kind of reciprocate that, because he's clearly got a few tricks up his sleeve too, and kind of shows in the way he plays. He's super smart and just aware of space out there, and you have to be confident to play with those two guys, and it takes a lot of talent and a lot of high hockey IQ to play on that line, and obviously he's shown that. So it's nice to see him break through, and only helps our team.
I'm going to try to compare a play he made to one that you made, and hopefully it works. Might not, who knows. But on his assist to Iafallo, he's obviously thinking really quickly, but he makes kind of a slow read and react play because Iafallo's open. After your goal, you had a rush not too long after it where it looked like space opened up for you, and then you decided to cut across the net. Does that ring any bells? We can leave it be.
Not really, but I'll just I'll comment on Gabe's play. I think, like I said, he feels the space so well, and he just knows if he can draw that D-man who's kind of sliding there, if he can draw him in and just pop it into space. And Al knows how to get in that right spot, so it was a heck of a play. Nice to see them make it happen there.
It's early in the season, Jonathan, but all those great teams you played for, how important is it to, have that ability to come off a loss and make sure that it doesn't grow to 2 or to 3?
Yeah, it's huge. I think even in the first period, we would have wanted to get one early to just get over the hump a little bit, especially after being shut out last night. And those things can build sometimes if you start forcing it and get a little tight. But I think we sit on the bench in the locker room and just keep pushing. It was going to come, and it shows a lot of maturity. And I think doesn't matter who you're playing, where they are in the standings. The league's so good now that you can't take anyone for granted, and you knew they were going to play some desperate hockey tonight. So you got to work for those 2 points, and sometimes it's not perfect, but I think we're building our team game. A lot of new guys are finding their way with this team, and so we keep working on that team game. We keep getting better as a group. Those wins are going to keep coming.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thanks.
I mean, it wasn't an easy game, but for the most part, how did you like the way that your team reacted? And did you see some of the things you told us about that you were looking for tonight in this
I thought
game?
it was a real good effort. Penalty the first shift of the game kind of doesn't, not the way you really want to start it, but penalty kill was, I know they gave up the one, but it was real good. But I liked a lot of what we did. I really liked our second. We got stronger, and just we knew that us playing last night, we knew that Calgary was going to really come at us early, and thought we weathered that. And then we got down one, but we still played a real solid game, and kind of got our game going, and built off a few of the things that happened. The 4-on-4 goal and the power play goal. JT's face-off goal. There's a lot of good things that started to kind of build and kind of spread us out from them.
That tying goal, though, that made it 1-1 kind of set off the Josh Morrissey show. What did you think of that?
Yeah, he was real good again tonight. He's played an awful lot of minutes in back-to-back games, but he loves that. And, his patience, he froze Wolf, and then he kind of froze the defenseman, and just a great pass to Casey.
You asked for more from Velarde, and he had a great game tonight. What do you think makes him so comfortable at that net side position?
He's got such great hands in tight, close to his feet, close to his body, where other guys maybe can't pull it that close and do the same things. He's really good at that, and as you saw in his goal, it just seemed like it was a little 2-foot space, and he pulled it to his backhand and threw it through there. But he's just a big man that has a great stick control, and makes those plays, and huge weight off his shoulders. It really, as you can see now, he's got a big smile ear to ear. So glad for him. Glad to see him get that, and now we can get off and running.
He turns that into that assist to follow too. So is that a sign of confidence building for him?
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of good looks. So both units have had lots of looks. Those were two good plays that we just saw them the other day. Kind of some areas that maybe we took advantage of that we didn't take advantage of in Calgary. But that's him. He has ability to find those open guys. Al hung close, knowing that we tried it earlier, didn't connect. We had a good look at it, didn't go in, but then obviously stuck with it. But that's Gabe. He can make those small plays in a very tight area.
As a coaching staff, you guys talk about options a lot on the power play, on the penalty kill, taking those away. What about face-off plays like the goal that you get, and Jonathan Toews, where you're getting like 60% of wins from him?
Yeah.
Does he open up a bit more for you guys to play with?
Yeah, we've talked about it a lot, and it's kind of grown confidence in our other guys. Bear's been doing great. Scheif's been doing great. Even Vladdy. They've all their face-offs improved, and it's whether he's talking to those guys, but it just we feel a lot more comfortable now. I mean, you set up plays all the time. You have a D-zone draw. You usually have something that you're trying to do offensively, and if you don't win draws, you never get to really see them. So there's always something called. That's usually why they're all huddled up calling a play. But that D down the wall that was designed exactly how it looked. And when JT, a guy, when he goes out, and what he ended up being is like 15-2 or something. You're starting with the puck. That's the big thing for me, is that you're starting with the puck. We've been running around 60%, 62%. When you do that, you're not chasing the game, and that's something that we really haven't had a whole lot of here in the last couple of years. So that's great for our group.
Bit of a different look with the bottom two pairings this evening. What did you think of Colin Miller in particular in his game tonight?
Yeah, it's tough. I had to get him in. Like I said, I didn't want to. It was not a shot against Luke. It's these 3 and 4 nights tight. Having to, I didn't again. It turns into a specialty teams game. But at the end of the day, he gave us minutes, stepped in. I wanted him. Last time he went in, he had to play the left side down in Philadelphia. It was kind of unfair to him. That was based on an injury. But at the end of the day, that's, we need depth, and we need guys I need them to get him in the lineup and get him playing, and he did what he needed to do.
Scott, how would you describe the importance of that block by Neil Pionk?
Oh, yeah. Well, those are the things that, I've often said that if you think that you just wait till the playoffs to do those things, then you maybe not in the right habits. But it sure brought our bench. I got everybody on their feet when they saw that block, and he was one of the guys that got a jacket after the game, and those are things those are game savers, our moment savers, our goal savers. That's P. P does that stuff, so that was a big block.
Scott, you referenced bouncing back against Dallas in the home opener and now again tonight. I know it's early, but how important is it to set that foundation for responding to losses the way that you have been able to?
Yeah, and then I got to give an awful lot of credit to our group and our leadership. We've talked a lot about, you can't live in the past. We got to move on to the next one, and whether that's a win or a loss. And we've done a good job over the last stretch of a year and a half, 2 years of making sure that we respond the right way. And that's your leaders doing that, and that's your best players doing that. And and when you have that, that's a real good confidence builder, knowing that no matter who the opponent is, and it really isn't, whether Calgary had won 10 or lost 10, you have to go out and play our way, the right way, and we do that a lot. Thank you.